So in this episode, we are going to go over why I stopped caring about my mechanics as a professional golfer. This is something that probably helped me get the last 3 shots off my game from a handicap standpoint. And yes, of course, mechanics are important. However, from somebody who's been in it 2 decades, it is not what drives the results of everything. And in this episode, I'll share a couple things, right? I'm going to share some personal insights, some couple decades of experience that go into that opinion. We're going to talk about what actually moves the needle in a golf game as well. And for somebody who's seen the professional side of it, to understand what the pros work on and then understanding where your amateurs are working is a sincere difference. And I'm also just going to highlight the two of them so we could probably come up with a better game plan as is. So stay throughout the episode to check that part out. For those of you that haven't met, my name's Matt. This is Golf with Matt. Truthfully, I haven't really named the podcast, but I'm just going to share these. I'm kind of a fire aim ready guy, so I want to go through kind of why I stopped caring about those mechanics and maybe what you can do to move that needle in your game. So let's get into it a little bit, right? A lot of the outcomes, I would say, for this episode are being clear about why you are showing up in the first place, and then what lever are you trying to pull, what needle are you trying to move as you go through this. And the more I get into it for myself, and my background is coming from 2 decades of, I played in high school, I played in college, I went and played professionally afterwards. I've worked for places like Topgolf, Golf Tech, Club Champion, 5-Iron Indoors I work for right now. And in all these places, you meet a lot of different golfers. And I think I've had some cool experiences and that I've put into the game. I feel like I've seen it from a lot of different angles. And I'll say one of the things I appreciate the most is having met all of you out there, met all my golfers, and kind of get inside the psychology of why we do what we do. And we're all a little bit crazy, right? And so maybe my angle is showing you a little bit of that crazy and what can help you drive that as you go. And so for me, to kind of start off with the stop caring about mechanics, right? I am coming to you from someone for who about 15 years focused on how to flatten it out, how to lay it off, how to do this, how to do that. And as I see it now, it was about confidence. It was about permission to be confident, because truthfully, having seen hundreds of thousands of golf balls on a TrackMan, having sat there trying to coerce the golf ball to turn left, to turn right, to sit, to go, the ball doesn't care. And all of my drills and my practice and kind of the mental chatter that goes into all of that, the ball doesn't care about all that stuff. The ball cares about impact, and the ball cares about these fundamentals. And the short Cliff Notes version of this is I practice the hell out of my short game, and I practice the hell out of 3 to 5 feet, 8 feet if I'm feeling juicy. And if I can start the ball on that line, I have a good chance to score. And that's got nothing to do with my confidence in my swing for the full swing. And there's a reason why you spray it. There's a reason why you spray it at those speeds. It's because your short game, if I can't hit it close from 25 feet, I'm in sincerely. I don't know, I'm not really sure what we're talking about in the full swing if we haven't gone through that gate. If I'm serious about lowering my score, and then I want to have a capacity to hit the ball, the foundation is, if I'm good at short game and all of that, then I can score. And truthfully, you guys know these people out there. Some of them are 65 plus, most of them are 65 plus. Play their game and know thyself. And we're all sitting out here putting an hour of work a week into it, thinking that we can change that thing and somehow come up with this chi to guide that golf ball. And from having sincerely been with over 3,500 lessons, over thousands of fittings, over 1,000 rounds of golf. And I'm not saying that to impress anybody. I'm giving you real numbers, and it's probably well over those. is to say, why are we out here? What needle are we really trying to move? Because that change in the swing piece and getting the wrist angles and the club in the right position at P6, if you know even what that means, we're not here for that. That takes time. That takes years to have it be in the right place at the right time consistently when it counts. And the mental activity that I execute that with, it just would have taken time. Everything I do is backed up by how much I've done it and the variety in which I've done it. And it feels like Dr. Seuss, green eggs and ham. You know, I've done it in a boat, on a car, right. You've done it in so many situations, which is what golf is. It's that variability, and you got to be prepared for those things. And my practice is centered around that stuff, and my mechanics are like 5% of that. The mentality I bring into it and the reason why I play, I start off with an intention every day that's basically why I'm going out to play. I've been through so many rounds to sit there on the other side and be like, what is it that we were really trying to do today? And I can share for you some of the main things that drive me is like, hey, I want to take care of myself physically. I think golf is a wonderful example of a wonderful opportunity to take care of yourself physically, mentally, go out and connect with other people, be outside, focus on a challenge. You know, I think it's the same mental activity that people that go through chess or Sudokus or activities like that. I love that. I love problem solving. I think the short game has been good because it's given me some clarity about how to control that stuff. It will get chaotic and you will get frustrated if you keep trying to beat balls at the range with the same swing. It's something for me, there's no swing tip, there's no, that stuff takes time. And even if I were to be zapped of my abilities, I'd start over with short game because I know how frustrating a 7-iron can be, a 6-iron, a hybrid, a driver. What are you, nuts? We can't even hit it close from 25 feet. Can't hit the low point. Why would I invite the driver? You know, the driver's the chaotic best friend that comes along with them. Just don't invite them. Work on the short game. Work on the putting. If you want to get confident out there, if you want to play golf and learn how to score and hit the ball well, slow it down. How many people do you know out there who are like, oh, I finally decided to slow it down? Can't tell you how many people that I've talked to. My lessons, we're chipping, we're pitching, and you're understanding it at that pace. And then eventually you'll get to the full swing if you want it bad enough. But if we can't have the patience to work on this stuff right here, I don't know what I can offer that will actually move the needle. It scratches the itch, but it doesn't move the needle. And I think that for me is, it feels good to feel seen and somebody looked at your swing. But if I'm putting in an hour of work a weekend, just from somebody who's played, hit a couple golf balls in his life, I think it's delusional. But it's also fun to play golf and just be real about that. And I think if you can start with an ideal outcome to just kind of see it as it is, it can be very frustrating, but it can also be a whole lot of fun if you do it in the right context. So if you have a reason why to do it, some people are doing it for their health, some people are doing it for their business, some people are doing it for relationships and networking. I just look at those life factors and say, hey, let's move these needles. You know, this is my career and my business. Of course I want to throttle it. Of course I want to meet new people. I think for me, the cool thing to have is a skill that I've worked on that can open doors for me. That can be like, hey, let's go play golf over here. There's people I can message on Instagram, on YouTube, on LinkedIn, that are more than happy to come out and play golf with me. And there's somebody I can connect with that can open doors for me. So seeing it in that lens is why I work on what I work on, because I don't want to embarrass myself when I go out there. So I'm working on these fundamentals so that I can do that. If I chase my golf swing if I have an hour of work a week and I am chasing a position on the downswing, you better have some guidance and some coaching that goes into that. And you better understand what the ball should be doing, and you better understand how you should be set up and what feedback to look for. That takes a lot. For anybody who's ever been in a lesson before, who's finally had the wool taken over their eyes, that the light has been revealed, you know how hard that can be to find. And it takes a team to do that stuff. And that's really, I think for me, being clear on the outcome is what drives the practice. All of this, for me, I want to compete and I want to put scores, I want to sign scorecards that start with a 6 in competition. And that's who I want to be. And it's got nothing to do with, that's the fuel that drives me in my practice. It's something personal for me. I definitely think about my family too as I practice. That basically calms me down and allows me to. You need things that don't frustrate you out on the golf course. You need an opportunity to get away. So that's my rant for today. That's our episode. I appreciate you guys sticking in, tuning in. I'm going to cover some more topics and really dance around this for a while. This will help me kind of hash this idea out, share it with you guys, and then whatever questions you have, or maybe this opened a door for you, comment so that we can connect. I'm here to share all of this stuff and create an opportunity for people where they could show up as who they want to be out there and really understand what needle that we can move. There's a lot of friends I have where we go out socially. There's a lot of friends that I go out where we're trying to create an outcome. So being clear about what that is, I would say, is that first step for everything. So sending love your way. We'll see you out there on the course, and enjoy your day. Thanks so much.